There's a food pantry in Hopkins County, actually in the Como area, that is open every Thursday from 9 to noon for persons in need of food. It's called Jehovah Jireh, and let's meet its founder, Nancy Attaway, and volunteer Maria Gomez.
We help provide food for families that are in need. We have approximately 144 families in Hopkins County that we help provide food for each Thursday from 9 to 12.
How do you get this food? Where does it come from?
Most of our food comes from donations. We do purchase some. We are limited on our funds, so we purchase canned goods and cereal and peanut butter and items like that, but our meat and bread and stuff like that comes from donations.
Okay. So how does it accomplish it? And again, where is the food pantry?
The food pantry is located in Como. It is on Highway 11 East. It's 10870 State Highway 11 East, Como, Texas.
Okay. Well, I guess we could ask it in relation to the hub, which I guess would be Joe Bob's. So is it east or west of there?
It's east of Joe Bob's.
Okay. Thank you.
And it's about a quarter of a mile past Joe Bob's.
Yep. Okay.
On the right-hand side.
Okay, good to know. You have brought sort of a show and tell here, a board that says the face of hunger. And is there hunger in Hopkins County?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So the poverty level in Hopkins County is about at a 27%, which is pretty high for a small community. Throughout in America, 1 in 6 people, they face hunger. And it's changed, of course, with unemployment rates, going up. The face of hunger has definitely changed. It's not your usual, person that's, low income. It's anybody, you're looking at.
Their circumstances may just set that trend for them for a period of time or for a longer time.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
The board behind you, one part is written, hunger is closer than you think. Children, adults, your neighbor, your child's classmate.
Right. And that's what we're facing today. A lot of it's children and seniors mainly.
Okay. And
so for children, it definitely affects them in different ways. Going to school, their grades, sometimes they repeat. They have to repeat the grades. Health-wise, they're very affected by that. You're looking at families buying the most inexpensive type of food to feed versus something healthy. Right. And so that's what we're trying to provide. We get a mix of fruits and vegetables that are donated where we can, accommodate them with that nutritious food that they do need.
Well, it is expensive to feed even a small family, but if you have a large family, buying the things that that you want those kids to have, whether it be your children or grandchildren or the neighbors, is expensive.
It is expensive.
And it makes you rather choicey about what you buy.
Yes.
And how does the food pantry help with that?
We provide food each and every Thursday. What we do is we pre-do a box, and in that box has bread items, meat items, vegetable, fruits, juices, just various items.
Okay.
And in that box, it'll usually feed 3 meals a week.
Okay.
So it'll kind of help supplement.
Right, it's a good supplement in a healthy way.
Definitely.
The food pantry is called Jehovah Jireh, and tell us about the reason for that.
Jehovah Jireh got its name. The Lord gave me the name, and He told me to go to Genesis 22:14, and in there it says, the Lord will provide. So He does provide for our food pantry.
Do you get surprise donations sometimes?
Yes, we do.
Tell us about that.
The building?
Yes, the building, for one, when we talked to the owners, the Cadell family has been very, very supportive of the pantry. They have donated the building to us.
Okay.
And so we just provide the electricity and the food and all for it.
Okay. As far as food donations, I mean, do you get like shipment boxes of, let's say, apples or strawberries or various kinds of fruits in season?
Yes, ma'am. Normally we get pallets
Okay.
of food.
And it varies.
It varies each week.
Yeah.
Well, how then do you store it at the food pantry?
We have a walk-in cooler and a walk-in freezer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
It is
Wonderful.
very close.
On a part of the board there that you have, you mentioned children and seniors being maybe the focus. I mean, that's not the only people who can take
Right.
advantage of the food pantry.
All, but that's the main ones that are really, suffering
Yeah,
from.
indeed. Okay.
So, and we don't target them, but that's what is really, those are the people that are really needing it and facing it more than,
Right.
others. And for children, I mean, seniors, you see them a lot at the pantry. They
We
come
do.
in, they're on such limited income. By the time they pay their bills, they have nothing left to eat. And Nancy has seen it a lot.
I want to share one story. A gentleman came in with us. Ooh. And he said, "You don't realize how much we appreciate what y'all do." And I said, "Oh, you're welcome." And he said, "No, you really don't. You don't know." He said, "I retired. I had a really good retirement put back. And I lost both my daughters within 1 week. And I had to pay for their funeral arrangements and everything because they didn't have anything planned." And he said, "It took all my retirement, so I literally depend on y'all for my food."
Wow.
And so that touched us really.
What about qualifications to be able to get a weekly, visit to the food pantry?
So we need proof of income, identification, proof of residency.
Okay.
And if they have like an emergency that they need food on an emergency basis, we also have that available. They can contact the pantry, and that number is 903-335-4703. And Nancy or myself will be there, or one of the volunteers.
Okay.
And we can definitely help.
Do you base that on, let's say, the national poverty level, income level?
Right,
based on that?
yes, the guidelines.
Okay. Well, tomorrow being Thursday, the food pantry will be open
Yes.
at 9, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And about what is like a normal day there on Thursdays?
They usually
Busy.
start, we get there around 7:30, 7:45 and start preparing. Cars are usually lined up down the highway. Hopkins County Sheriff's Department sends a couple officers out, and they help patrol the area so no one is in an accident or anything. And we circle up in the center. We pray, and everybody is welcome to get out of their cars and come join us if they want to. They do not have to. And then we start serving food to them. They stay in their car, they circle up, and we bring it out to them.
So everyone gets
Assembly line.
the same packaging, pretty
Yes,
much?
yes.
Or based on family size?
We do, if we know that they've got extra, we will throw extra food in there for them.
Okay. And you're not associated with any other organization?
No, ma'am.
And actually, the process doesn't start on Thursday. Nancy works 7 days a week, pretty much 24/7. Anytime they call her for donations, it can be like 8 o'clock at night, and her and her husband will get up and load the trailer and go wherever the donation is. And Saturdays and the weekends, they go get bread. I mean, it's a all-week process.
Wow.
So you have volunteers there all week preparing for Thursday, which is it's huge because that's such hard work, and they devote all their time. And that's why I stress that's we definitely that's where we come in to ask for donations, food donations, money donations, and even volunteers. If you have time to volunteer, that would be amazing. You would definitely need it.
How many volunteers are there in your network?
We usually have around 12, 13 that show up to volunteer every Thursday. Now, we do have one lady that she has a really big heart, and she's there usually 5 days a week.
Elena Solis. She's, So she's
Elena is one of the backbones to it.
yes.
Maria, how did you become a volunteer?
Well, Nancy and I met together. I've known Nancy from our church family, and I hadn't been able to volunteer up until now. I did weekends with her, like picking up bread and donations and things, but my situation was where I was able to come. So I've been there the last 2 weeks with her, trying to get awareness. Really, we're trying to get awareness so people can know, first of all, that we're there to help, that we will welcome anybody that needs to help, and that we definitely want to, God uses people like, you and I to help feed others. We need donations, food, whether it's food donations, monetary donations, even volunteer your time, anything is welcome. And so that's where we're trying to create that awareness.
And some of the pictures that you have on the board that you brought, the pantry looks pretty spacious. It has shelving, and it has room for arranging your boxes and packing the boxes.
It sure, yes, it does. Actually, that room is one of our biggest rooms, and then we have 2 walk-in coolers. But God knew what he was doing when he did this. He orchestrated this, and so she ended up with a walk-in cooler, walk-in freezer in this huge room, and then she has a few,
She has two other
rooms. So definitely, and we definitely see that growing. It's...
Oh, yeah, it's going to be expanded as it grows. This is some of the items that go into the boxes.
Well, name some of those things in the picture.
Well, there is eggplants, tomatoes, mixed salad, yogurt, donuts, bell peppers, green onions, carrots, zucchini, spinach.
Are those things just limited to season? Or do you, like a grocery store, you would have an array? You may not know what the choices might be each week.
We don't know what we're going to get each week, but usually he provides several vegetables and fruits.
Do any local growers, like someone with a big garden, donate?
They could. We sure would appreciate it if they would want to do that. We did have a guy in Mount Vernon. He had passed by our pantry one day and saw, and he just pulled in and asked, could we use watermelons? That's how God works. And so he gave us a whole trailer load of watermelons.
Wow, how much of a blessing that is.
Yes.
Well, and we don't have much more time, but your letter that you sent me says, it opens with 363 individuals did not go hungry this week because of a small food pantry at Como and Jehovah Jireh. And is that about normal per week?
That is the total individuals that we feed per week. It's 140 families, and we take the number in each family, and it gives us how many individuals we feed.
It was pretty amazing.
Yes,
it is.
And pretty impressive work that you're doing. Pretty much you and the volunteers.
That's right.
Yes, ma'am.
But we give all the honor and glory to our
God.
Heavenly Father.
Yes.
He orchestrates all this.
Well, you're a blessing to our county as well. Thank you for sharing with us today and inviting people to come on Thursday who are in need.
Yes.
By 9 a.m. on Thursday. And they can sign up then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Or they can come on a Wednesday. We're usually there until noon. And they can come and fill out their papers then if they would like. And then that way they wouldn't have to sit in line.
Okay. I see.
And anybody that wants to offer, donations or, it's placed in their heart to offer the donation, they can call us to the pantry at 903-335-4703.
Okay.
And that would be such a blessing.
And
as well.
As far as mailing, if someone wanted to mail a check, it would be that 10870 State Highway 11 East?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And they can also go to City National Bank and tell them that they would like to make a donation to our account. And they will deposit it into there.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing your blessings with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And Noe will kick it down the field. Haley Robinson turns and runs along with Arrington, but Lindale will get there first. Defender finds a teammate with some nice passing out of the defensive end. Yamaguchi intercepts. And she kicks the ball down the field. Haley Robinson turns and runs. Haley will kick toward the goal. A goal for the Lady Cats. Haley Robinson, 1 minute to play in the first half of overtime.
Yeah, we talked about finishing chances. You got to finish those chances, and she finally did. Finally put one in the back of the net.
And what a great pass was that Yamaguchi.
Yes.
That had such a good assist there for kicking that ball deep and allowing Haley to turn and run and get there first. And then Haley did the rest with a very nice finish. He's probably the best finisher on the Lady Cats team if I had to make that judgment.
Cover up, make sure you're marking somebody.
And the kick will head toward the left. The Lady Cats get it out of there. Yamaguchi with a nice kick. And the Lady Cats are breaking, and they've got Keely Hudgens. She appears to be onside. Keely Hudgens moving in on the keeper. Keely moving in. This ought to be goal by Keely Hudgens at 6:51. Oh, Keely played that very, very well for the Lady Cats. 6:51 in the second overtime. For Keely Hudgens, the Lady Cats are up 2-0. They've not put it on the board yet. Yes, now they do. Sorry about that. Coach Neal has a lot to do right next door, I guess. Things to take care of there. Lady Cats 2-0 now. Goals by Haley Robinson and Keely Hudgens. And the seniors always measure their careers by how many times they beat Hallsville, and most of them it's 1 and 2, if they even can say that. But it is such a rare feat. Unlike the Wildcats, on the other hand, they've gone in there 3 or 4 years where they even were in Hallsville, and Hallsville had to win. The winner was in, the loser was out. And lo and behold, the Lady Cats all of a sudden have gone dark here. So I guess that's the cue here up in the press box where they can never get out of here quick enough.